Alright, so today we're going to be making some raisin bread. So I'm just going to throw everything in my bowl except the cinnamon because the dough will not rise if you add it in at the beginning. You need to add it in at the end. So I'll show you how to do that later on, but first we're just going to add all of our ingredients in. So it had been kneading for about 10 minutes, and this is what it looks like now. So now I'm going to put the raisins in. They have been soaking, I don't know, half an hour in some hot water. So try and squeeze out as much water as you can. And then you can add those in. And I'm just going to, while I do this stretch and fold, I'm going to add them in this way. And it's not going to be perfect, but over 4 or 5 stretch and folds, it'll get mixed in really nice. Okay, so this is fine for now. I'm going to let that sit, and we're going to do our typical stretch and folds every 30 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. So this has been rising in bulk for 10 hours now, and it's nice and bubbly and super smooth. So now I'm going to add in the 14 grams of cinnamon, and this is the step right before you are going to fold it up and put it in the pan. So I'm going to stretch and fold this in. It's not going to blend super well, but that's okay. See the bubbles here? So I think now we're going to let this sit for probably half an hour, let it relax a little bit, and then I'll dump it out onto the counter and roll it up for the final proof in the loaf. It's been actually an hour. It hasn't been half an hour. I got distracted. Okay, so now I just did one stretch and fold around the bowl with putting the cinnamon in, so you can see it's not mixed in super great, which is actually what we want because it will keep it from proofing properly if it's mixed in too much. So now what I'm going to do is just roll it up so I can make it into a loaf shape to go into the pan. You can see lots of bubbles in there. And kind of tuck in the edges. Runaway raisin. Okay. So just plop it in there. This is a little bit of a smaller loaf pan, but I want it to be nice and big, so that's why I'm using it. And these are extra raisins. I'm just gonna pop those in there. Okay, so I'm gonna let this rise for probably an hour or so, maybe a little bit more, and then I'll put it in the fridge and bake it tomorrow morning. So this rose like crazy overnight. So I've got the oven preheated to 500, and lower the temperature now to 450 and set the timer for 15 minutes. And then we're going to lower it again. I have to say that I added water into my steam tray down here. So if you don't have that, you can just add an oven-proof dish with some water in it, and it's going to steam for the first 15 minutes in the oven. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. I'm just turning the oven down to 350 from 450, and I'm going to take out the steam in the oven for the remainder of the bake, and it will be another 25 minutes. Here it is. It's just come out of the oven and it smells amazing. It's fully cooled now and I've sliced it. It turned out great. It's really fluffy and light inside. It's so, so good. So I hope you try it and I hope you love it.